What's going on now? What happened? Did you get it? You're coming up.
All right, what's happening now?
Should we cut there? Yeah. What's going on, guys? It's Cal here from KR Sabers. This is episode 26. It's what, September the 19th? My birthday was 2 weeks ago. Yay! But we are almost there, guys. And as you can see, the driveway is being prepped. So we're going for a stenciled concrete driveway. Essentially what we do is we prepare the sub base, compacted type 1, and we leave about 100 millimeters for them to pour their concrete layer onto. And what happens is they've got these really cool rubber stencils that they push onto the concrete, giving the effect of block paving. We didn't want to go for block paving because it's quite a high traffic area. You know, we're going to have cars reversing in, they might be carrying heavy loads like lorries or vans, stuff like that. Eventually block paving will sink if we do that. So we've decided to go for a concrete driveway, stenciled to look like London cobbles, but it's maintenance free, weeds can't go through, easy to clean, and super, super sturdy. As you know, for months and months, it's been a dirty, muddy, mucky driveway, and soon it's gonna be super clean, slick, lovely looking. Oh, just can't wait. Dan's working hard, as you can see. Dan the man from DP Groundworks, check him out. He's also very much into motocross. He's a bit of an adrenaline junkie, ain't you, Dan? Just a little bit, and he's with Reese, and they're setting up the Acco drains. So these drains here, guys, they'll collect water, it'll go into our mains, and that's obviously to stop the rainwater from getting anywhere near the building because we're on a slope, and we want to control that flow of water and make sure that we're not flooding the entrance of the building.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water.
It's looking a lot different from the last time you were here, Jamie. We had no paint on the walls, the lights weren't on, we had absolutely nothing. But also, with such a large wall space, 8 meters across, we couldn't just leave that blank. So we did an amazing Star Wars neon graffiti mural by Fat Cat Spray. Zoom in on that logo, Jamie. Top geezer, he's from London. And he's actually got 8 million followers on TikTok, so he's putting me to shame, but he does some amazing work. Just have a look at this. Look at the size of that. I saw Star Wars when I was 6 years old, so I saw Phantom Menace. It's what I would imagine would happen if you found squatters in your house, just ruffling through drawers. So we've got Naboo Starfighter on the right, my favorite ship, and then we've got an X-Wing TIE Fighter battle on the left. Imagine walking in here every day. You need a bit of Star Wars inspiration, a bit of a, let's get in the game, get stuck. Get in the game a little bit, get a bit of inspiration. What's better than that? You'll also see little green covers on the ceiling. That's our sounder beacons for the fire alarm system. Access point up there, which looks pretty cool as well. You found it. We've got our access points down here, so our internet is tip top right now, and we've started setting out the hexagon lights for our car lift. So imagine it's actually 2 11 grid arrays. The lights are also in the inventory space. Look at these, so nice and bright, clean. We've painted in here. We've started preparing the skirting because we're doing the epoxy floor coating for downstairs. We've locked in the price. The date for that's going to be 7th and 8th and 9th of October, so they do it over 3 days. The epoxy coating is obviously a very hard wearing coating, and they do, I think, 2 coats, and they have to spend a day preparing the floor as well. They kind of scuff it up a bit to get good adhesion, so that's happening in early October. Big hole in the wall, obviously, for our ventilation. We put the ventilation in the center of the wall rather than along the lines of the lights. Our lights aren't actually perfectly center, but we're going to make the racking central to it. But because racking's actually going to be covering this area on the back wall, you're not really going to notice the fact that the vent isn't centralized to the walkways. We've had to chase some cables through, which you saw Dad and I doing earlier in some of that footage. This is an example of one of them. So here, it'll go like this, nice and snug. It's catching on something there. So you can kind of see, it's going to be like that. Little fuse box that goes to here, and it'll be pulling some fresh air in. So that's what that vent's for. We've got some glass that was actually made incorrectly for the stairs. Because the stairs are in, we're gonna have a look at that later, but they cut that piece of glass a bit wrong, so they're remaking that for us, which is very nice of them. We've put another one of these vents over here, just where the packing area is. We've put that one up there. So there'll be a vent in this room as well. Our 3D printing room's also looking a little bit tidy. Lights are on, fire alarm sounder beacons in. We've started doing some of the skirting and covering some of the dado rails. We've got quite a bit of snags to do, just little things like, you know, the way that the paint is tightly up to this edge. We can get all that sorted out. We actually did plan to put the vent on that side, but you can see there's a small little pilot hole there. We did that just to make sure that we just did that to make sure we wouldn't intercept anything on the outside wall, because there's some waste pipes there. There's also air conditioning pipes out there. And literally, we had a waste pipe and the drill bit just came out on top. So obviously we can't put a vent there. So we mirrored it onto that wall, and there's nothing on the external wall there. We'll be absolutely fine. I've been yapping too much now about everything but the most exciting part, which I'm most excited about, was our stairs, Jamie. Finally, we've started them. We've got our fire exit stairs in, as you can see. Are you okay?
Nothing happened.
Albeit a little bit dusty.
You look dusty.
So we've got steel balustrades for here, bit more sturdy, nice brushed steel handrails. So this is part of our fire exit, which is why it has a bit of a landing. It's almost like a little viewpoint. I can see everything that's going on. And then in here, the main staircase, baby. Come on, Jamie. Come and have a look, Jamie. I had to ruin my song just then. They're whacking the Type 1 outside.
He's hacking and whacking and smacking. He's hacking and whacking and smacking.
We've got our steps down into the services area, like our plant room. Look at our data cabinet, working overtime right now. We also got our hot water cylinder in there. We've got our running man emergency sign in place, looking all good. And some of our PIR sensors, because our alarm system is in as well. We have got quite a bit of making good to do in here, Jamie. Despite us doing our lovely painting and getting everything nice and smooth, they obviously had to mark out holes for the handrails. There's some pencil marks. They also did some of the handrails in the wrong location. They had to redo it. So this area is going to be one that we have to tidy up quite a bit. Not the end of the world. Glass balustrades again, looking all nice. And we've got our second running man sign just up here, and we can go have a look at the kitchen now, Jamie. Come follow me. All of the kitchen cabinetry is in, Jamie. Dave, the kitchen fitter, done a wonderful job. 4 days of brilliant work. We've got all our units in place. Just had a phone call from the countertop people as well. They're coming on Monday to template out all of the worktops, make sure everything's looking good. Our breakfast bar is now gonna be here because our windowsill sits quite low. So it would be really weird to have this as like the breakfast bar, because it'd be a very weird space between the breakfast bar and the windowsill. It would look quite strange. And our storeroom, bit of a narrow door, painted, sounder beacon, light back boxes in place, and we can start to fit this out. Big chunky fire doors are on here. We have to do like a saloon style door in here because Dad made an adjustment to the kitchen where he shifted something over, and now the swing of the door would actually hit the cabinet. So we're going for like a saloon style door that will open like that, and that kind of mitigates that. Big fire doors on the corridor as well. We've done some tests by boarding the ceiling of the corridor, Jamie, and we've got one of the LED panels up there. So we're gonna hook up one of these soon with the drivers and see how it looks diffusing that perspex. We've screeded the floor in my office in preparation of the flooring. Bathroom, we're starting to get ready. We've done some of the framing that needs to be done for the cistern and the shower. We're sorting out the tiles. Some of the tiles have been delivered, they're all downstairs. We've done the flooring inside Mum's office. Bit messy in there now, but it'll be okay. We've also drilled and core drilled the holes for the MVHR units in the corner, Jamie, for the ventilation strategy that we've got, which was all approved by building control, by the way. Photo video studio, looking all good. This floor's all finished. A lot's changed in the set, Jamie. You ready for this? The housing for the sliding doors is in place. All of the Death Star panels are on. The guys are here starting the decorating, filling in all the holes, sanding it nice and smooth, ready for the final painting. We haven't done the floor on the raised floor yet because we need to paint that first, and then that next bit gets added on top. They're also going to be painting the bench in the same fashion as the skylight surrounds, so that will look wonderful. And also these pieces on the wall here are going to be done the same. The doors actually slide at the moment freely, but we're just working out the powertrain system for it. We had to put a nice big hole up there for some of the ventilation, chasing it through the cables. It won't be very noticeable, and I was thinking we could probably put something a bit Star Warsy over the top of it to not make it look so much like a standard event. Death Star winners.
Everywhere.
Exactly, yeah. We've got quite a bit of making good to do in here, but it's all okay. Internet has also been added in here. We've got one of the access points just on the ceiling there. And we've also added one of the sounder beacons up on the ceiling in between the lights. A lot more updates going to be coming here soon. The guys have been going full force. And once we get this final lick of paint here, it's going to change how everything looks. We obviously need to finish the flooring that's in here and also do the skirting. And then sooner or later, this room should be finito. And we can go and have a look at the mezzanine now because we've done the lights in there too. Despite the light being super bright in here because of the skylights, we have put our shadow gap lights in. They're giving a nice ambient effect. And we've also got our 2 large holes for the ventilation on the back wall. We've got to clear out this whole area, ready for the flooring to be done. We've also got to put the door frame in here. We need a little bit of a special door, one with a little kink in the corner like that, a little chamfered edge. And then we've also got our mezzanine stairs. We've now got beautiful metal stairs. So all of our points are almost done for the intruder alarm system. And you can see here our fire alarm system is all live, all connected to that. It's also got a data input so it can connect to the internet for monitoring as well and system monitoring. Our metal finishing room, we've done the safety flooring. So what the safety floor is like a thicker, harder floor, and it also curls up the edges, makes it nice, easy to clean. Kind of like what you get in hospitals, but not the same as what you get in hospitals. A lot tougher, it's called poly floor. But this room's looking pretty bright. Imagine painting in here, Jamie. You'd be able to see everything metal finishing wise, paint wise. You get a really nice light onto your objects that you're working on. So obviously any surface finishing requires good light. These back walls is where our casting machines are going to be related to the metal 3D printing that we're going to be offering here soon. So we've got all that worked out. We will have to do some sort of unique ducting design that will be hung from the ceiling going straight outside, and it will just connect to different areas with like flexi hoses. We've also got our door hung on. Nice big fire door for here, and our air conditioner covers on there as well, which looks a lot neater than what we did before. The last place we've got to paint really is the lobby. Got one of our access points up there. Not sure if we're actually going to spray in here again, but the lobby's the last place to paint. There we go, managed to get there in the end.
Have you ever had a dream that
And our main entrance, Acco drain is in place. We've leveled it down. Again, this will be stenciled concrete. If you come outside, Jamie, we've also prepared the steps that come down on this walkway. So we've braced them a little bit. We've got some curbing edge on there as well. So once all of this is poured, it'll be nice, leveled, stenciled, good to go. We've also got some of our up-down lights on the outside and one of our data cables ready for our video doorbell because this is where we'll be walking in. So that is everything for this episode, guys, in terms of updates. There's probably a lot more that we could have covered and gone into detail, but we don't want this episode to be like 20 minutes long. And of course, we want to give you some content for the final update episode a month from now. I know I said before that we would have the next episode mid-September. I meant to say we were filming it mid-September. So this episode is going to be coming out in early October. Then we'll have one more episode early November, end of October, sort of around that time. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, our final reveal episode will be when we're moved in, settled in, and hopefully a massive Christmas tree in that lobby because it's probably December by then. So if you enjoy this type of content, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. We appreciate all of the support. We are literally almost there. So keep watching, keep following along, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace. No, definitely. I can't wait, mate. The stencil tech guy rang me and was like, how are you getting on? I said, we should have a video for you by the end of the day to say we've prepped most of it.
Well, there you go. Well, you better see it on YouTube now as well on your channel.
Well, yeah, what, in about 2 weeks' time? Yeah.
What video is
And then,
this now?
this is episode 26.
And this is the first time I've been caught on camera.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, caught on camera.
Caught on camera.
You haven't been caught before. Until now.